Okay, so let's start with the first one. Easy question. This one. The number of people who are fully vaccinated in Singapore is given as this number. Correct to the nearest 100. Write down the minimum number of people who are fully vaccinated. This one, commonly students misinterpret the question. They thought that they asked you to round off this to the nearest 100. But it is not. They're asking you, what is the original number? When I round off to the nearest 100, I get this number. Okay. So then the next thing is you got to see whether they're asking for minimum or asking for the maximum. Okay. So nearest 100 means that actually we change this number, right? So if they want minimum, that means I know that my left hand side will be 2420 and this 8 will become 7 because they want minimum. Then as for this side, in order to round my 7 up, this one have to be 5. If I put 7,4, if I round up, it will become 7. If I round off, it will become 7. So that's not what I want because I want to round off to become 8. So 7 must be here. And because they want the minimum, so therefore this is 0. So this question asks for minimum. So this is the answer. If the question asks for maximum, if they ask for the maximum, okay, if they ask for the maximum, that means this 8 will remain as 8. So it will be 24208. Then let's analyze the last 2 digits. Okay, because after I round off, I need this to be 8. So the maximum this number can go is 4. Because if I change this digit to 5, I have to round 8 to 9, which is not correct. So it's 4. Then after that, because I want the maximum, so therefore this digit will be 9. Okay, so if they ask for maximum, it will be this. I do in green color because this green color is not in this question. This question itself is asked for minimum. Okay, so this is how you do this question. Simple. Just don't misunderstand that this is on the left and they ask you to round off. Okay, so that is for question number 1. Okay, let's move on. Okay, some of the questions are practically quite easy. It's actually from paper 1. Paper 1, there are definitely some questions that's easy. So this is simply just to recap. How are you going to put this in fraction form? This is cube root x and then to the power of 2. It's definitely x to the power of something and it will definitely be a fraction. So now the next thing is you need to remember that the root 3 is at the denominator. So here is 3. The power 2 will be the numerator. So it will be 2. Okay, this one very easy. It's just that you need to know that the root is at the denominator. The power is at the numerator. This is one of the indices law. And this is only learned from Sec 3. So if you are lower Sec here, then you will like, 听不懂我讲什么 don't understand what I'm talking about because this is Sec, you only learn this Sec 3 onwards. So if you are now at lower Sec, then you might not know this. Next, they ask to find the integer n such that 2 to the power of n equals to this. So 2 to the power of n equals to 1 over 32. So we always look at, okay, the bigger number is 32. Can we change it to base 2? So either you memorize that, 2 to the power of 5 is 32, or you can just press the calculator, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4, and see which one gives you 32. Okay, I don't do primary school, I only do Sec 1 to Sec 5. Okay, so this one means it will be 2 to the power of n equals to 1 over 2 to the power of 5. And since this one is positive power at the denominator, I'm going to bring it up. So it becomes 2 to the power of n equals to 2 to the power of minus 5. So once you change them to the same base, you know that straight away your n is equals to minus 5. Easy, easy, huh? Easy, easy question. Okay? Definitely paper 1, paper 2, there are definitely some questions that is easy for you to score. Please remember to do TYS practice, the school past year paper practice. Huh? And also remember to time yourself when you're starting to do your practice paper. Like for example, paper 1 is 2 hour example. Okay, you look at your the school past year paper, the first page will state how many hours, right? So if you see that it's 2 hours, then you have to time yourself, it's 2 hours. Okay, don't take your own sweet time. Okay, don't take your own sweet time to do the work. Merry go right. Like I mentioned, you are my regular, you should know that how I will answer you when you ask me about bell curve, right? Okay, bell curve is something that we cannot control. So don't go and think about whether is it true that you must hit 90, then you get A1. We will not know, okay? Because we will also not know how will other do during the actual exam. So it's something that you cannot control. Hi, yeah, N-level just over. I got one N-level student also finished the N-level, but she has a O-level EMath. Okay, so just do what you can control, means you revise, practice, and try your best and do your best during the exam. Okay, control what you can do. Okay, how the bell curve works or how the bell curve will end up be, we don't know. Okay, so this is a compound interest question. Okay, this is a compound interest question. So first, of course, when you see the word compound, you know straight away use the compound interest formula. So the formula is A is equals to P1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Thank you, DJ Palit. Okay. So now, then the next question is, you want to ask yourself whether is it compound yearly, compound monthly, compound quarterly. So later we will just do some simulation of like maybe it's compound monthly or quarterly. So now in this case, you see this question, when you read, they never mention yearly or what, by default. Okay. So by default, if they never mention, it means it's compound yearly. Okay? If they never mention, hello, 朱师傅, first time here. Are you going to revise your O-level as well? So in this question, it said that on the 1st of January 2018, Mrs. Yeo invests 15,000 into an account, which pay a rate of compound interest of R% per year. On the 1st Jan 2021, she earned a total interest of blah, blah, blah. So you can see that this one, 2018 to 2021 is 3 years. So let's put in, see what we have. P is the principal amount, that means the starting amount. In this case, we have our principal. So we write 15,000 here. Okay. The R is you are supposed to find. Okay, they ask you to find. Then what's the difference between big R and small r? In this case, my small r is equals to R. Why? Because it is compound yearly. Okay, later I will do demo like, okay, if I do quarterly or what, then how will I use this small r and big R thing? Hello, Chong Zhi Xiang. Okay, hope you are here to learn. Then we have the N. So N, it depends on whether you compound how many times. This is compound yearly and it's for 3 years. So I would say that 3 years times how many times? So in this case, the N is just 3. So this question a little bit different is, they did not give me the A Okay, but they only give me the interest. So you need to know that A is principal plus interest. Okay, so please remember this one. Sometimes you need to split it using this. So I will take 15,000 plus the interest, 988.45. So in the end, the total amount I will get at the end of the third year will be 15,988.45. So now I have my A, I have my P, I have my N. So I only don't have my small r, correct? (2018) to 2019 is only 1 year. Then 2019 to 2020 is another 1 year. Then 2020 to 2021 is third year. Okay? If you're confused, go and count the number of months. You will see that this is 36 months. Okay? So now, let's sub in. So my A, I'm going to put 15,988.45. 15,000, 1 plus R over 100 to the power of 3. So you can see that this is an equation. You just need to solve the unknown R. Okay, so now this part, take note, this is multiply. So the first thing you need to do is this one, bring it over. So it will be 15,988.45 divided by 15,000 is equals to 1 plus R over 100 to the power of 3. This is cube. So I'm going to cube root both sides. Cube root both sides. So that means it become, I'm going to write this on my left hand side. Cube root this, 15,988.45 over 15000. So this one, if you key calculator, you will get 1.021499. What are you all talking here? Sorry if you're not asking about any math related question. Yes, move one over. Okay, don't chat here because I cannot see the chat. I cannot see questions asked by the other students regarding the revision. So let's be serious because next week is already O-level. So everyone is very serious in revising now, okay? Okay, yes. So someone just now said, now we're going to bring the 1 over. So my R over 100 will be equals to 1.021499 minus 1. So R over 100 will be equals to 0.021499. This is divide by 100. So if you bring the divide by 100 to the other side, it becomes multiply. So my R will become 0.021499 times 100. And you will get 2.1499. And round off to 3SF, I get 2.15. And just now I mentioned already, because this is compound yearly, so therefore my R is equals to 2.15. Okay, so that will be how you do this question. So let's do some other scenario. Let's say, for example, let's say same number, everything. The only difference is, let's say I want compound quarterly. Okay, so if it's compound quarterly, let's find out all the information. The principal no change is still P is 15,000. Okay, but okay, this time round, I will take it that my R is 2.15. Okay, I make it easier. Make 4%. Okay, green color is not related to this question. It's just the same topic. I just want to give a similar other scenario so that you know how to calculate. So this blue color one is for this question, which is just compound yearly. So now I'm giving another questions, which is principal 15,000, the rate is 4% per annum. Okay, and let's also talk about it's 3 years also lah. Okay, so let's also talk about it's 3 years. Okay, so now the question is, what is my small r now? Because my small r is no longer 4, because we are compounding it quarterly. So if you compound quarterly, you have to ask yourself, 1 year compound how many times? That means 1 year compound 4 times. So this 4% is per year. So my 4, I have to divide by 4 to find out what is the years. So it becomes 1. So my small r is 1. So now let's just use the formula. So okay, I haven't changed my n. So n is 3 years, but I have to multiply by 1 year compound how many times? 1 year compound 4 times, you have 3 years, means 3 years times 4. So that means actually you compound 12 times. Okay, so the critical number is, what is the n? How many times you compound? Critical error, you have to find the corresponding interest rate as per quarterly, because they always give you per annum. Okay, so now let's put in the formula. So A will be equals to 15,000 1 plus 1 over 100 to the power of 12. Okay. So let's key our calculator. 15,000 1 plus fraction 1 over 100 to the power of 12. Press equal. So that means after 3 years, I will get 16,902.375. So for money, we automatically round off to 2 decimal places. So it's 16,902.38. Okay. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say compound monthly. Compound monthly. Not sure, I don't think today got higher purchase, can't remember. Okay, I'm doing the questions that I prepared for today. Yeah. So if it's compound monthly, we need to find our small r and our n accordingly. Our P, of course, still remain as 15,000. Our R is still 4% per annum. So my small r will be, I have to take the 4, because it's compound monthly. That means 1 year compound 12 times. So I have to divide it by 12. And this one just nice can simplify, you can just put 1/3. How about the n? It is 3 years, 1 year compound 12 times. So 3 times 12, that means I will compound 36 times. So then you just plug into the formula. So now my A will be 15,000. 1 plus, this one just put 1/3 over 100 to the power of 36. So sometimes a lot of students don't know how to key the 1/3. You see how I key. So 15,000, 1 plus fraction. What I like to do is, I put bracket here. 1/3 is the same as 1 divided by 3. So I actually always put that. Then after that, 100 to the power of 36. So I get 16,909.078. So round off to 2 dp, it will be 16,909.08. Ta-da! 2 dp. Vectors, this Sunday have. Today don't have. Teacher, tomorrow is chemistry practical. 加油吧. Is it too late to study? Okay. So we are done with this compound. So compound interest come out, you must know what is your N and what is your small r. So I have already demoed to you how to do quarterly and how to do monthly. Okay. Just change your small r and change your N accordingly. Then there will be no issue. Okay. So now let's go to question number 4. Okay, so there are 12 girls and 9 boys in a group. So I'm going to use blue pen. Find in simplest form the probability of selecting a boy randomly from the group. Okay, so probability of picking a boy. I have 21 students to pick. So it's out of 21. And I have 9 boys. Therefore, it will be just 9 out of 21. Reduce it to the lowest term, so it's just 3 out of 7. Very straightforward, Okay, now let's take a look at part B. So a lot of students don't know how to do part B, Part B says, how many more boys are needed to join the group so that the probability of selecting the boy will be 4/5? So how I do is, I will just let the additional boys be X. Be the unknown X lah. I don't know how many boys I'm going to add, so I'm going to let it be X. Okay, so then you also think, okay, probability of picking a boy. My total, it was 21. Because I add new number of boys, so it will be 21 plus X. This is my new total. Then as for my boy, initially I have 9. Then after that, I add X more boy. 21 is 9, 12 plus 9. The total. Okay, so now this is the probability of getting a boy. This is the new case whereby when you add number of boys. And they tell you that the probability is already 4/5. So that means you just form the equation. You say that, 9 plus X over 21 plus X is equals to 4/5. So it become a equation. You just need to solve this. Cross multiply. So 5 multiplied by 9 plus X is equals to 5 rainbow with 21 plus X. Rainbow, so I have 45 plus 5X equals to 84 plus 4X. So put the X to left hand side. 5X, this one bring over minus 4X. 84 minus 45. So this one become X equals to 39. So it means that actually they add 39 boys. Therefore, 39 boys join the group. Right? So this is how you solve this kind of question. Every time they ask you to find the unknown, something you don't know, you just let it be X first. Okay? And then all you need to do is so-called form the expression. It will be in terms of X, then just equal it to 4/5. Okay? EMath got vectors meh? Okay, so we are done with question number 4. So now let's take a look at this question number 5. This is a tree diagram. What about the denominator? What do you mean by what about the denominator? Okay. Okay. So, Belle has 6 10-cent coins and 2 50-cent coins. So, she's going to take 2 coins at random, one after the other. Okay. So, every time probability, you need to also take note whether they mention with replacement or without replacement. So, again, by default, if they never mention, means that they are not going to replace it. So now let's take a look. Okay, now this 3/4 is already simplified. So in order to do the tree diagram, usually I don't put the simplified number, because if you put a simplified number, it will be difficult for you to analyze for the next step. Okay, so 6 10-cent and 2 50-cent. So over here, the probability of getting a 10-cent, it should be 6 out of the total is 6 out of 8. So actually this part is actually 6 out of 8. It's just that they reduce it to the lowest term, so it's 3/4. Okay, the probability of picking a 50-cent, because I have 2 50-cent, so it's 2 out of 8. Then you want to simplify, it become 1/4. Okay, so let's now analyze. Okay, the first coin you take is a 10-cent. Now you're going to go to the second branch. You go to the second branch. Then you say, okay, I want to pick a 10-cent. But because previously you already picked 1 10-cent, so that means actually you only now left with 5 10-cent. And because you also took out 1 coin, so the total from 8 now becomes 7. So that means the probability of picking a second 10-cent will be 5 out of 7. Okay, so now over here, this one. This one means I pick the first coin is 10-cent. Then what's the probability of picking a 50-cent? Because this part I only take 10-cent. So that means my 50 cents still got 2. But my total already reduced by 1 because already took out 1 10-cent. So 8 minus 1, so this one is 7. Okay, now we left with the one last box here. So now let's analyze. Okay, 50 cent. I have 2 50 cents, so it's 2 out of 8. I picked 1 50 cent already. What's the probability of picking a second 50 cent? Because I already picked 1, so actually I only left with 1 50 cent. Right? And the total also reduced by 1, so it's 1 out of 7. Okay? And for me, right, I like to write out what's the outcome at the side. So it's easier to see. Like for this case, this one we know that it will be 10 cent and 10 cent. This one will be 10 cent and 50 cent. This one is 50 cent and 10 cent. And this one is 50 cent and 50 cent. So I like to write the outcome here. So sometimes, you know, tree diagram, they come out like picking different color, right? So I also like to put the outcome here. Because a lot of times they like to ask you, what's the probability of picking all the same color? Or what's the probability of picking different color? It will be difficult to see from the branch. So by writing out the outcome, you'll be able to see which is like or same color, different color. Okay, but for this case is coin. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. So always write the outcome at the side here. Okay, now they ask, find the probability that the total value of the 2 coins is 60 cents. So by looking here, you know that you only have 4 outcomes. Either you pick 2 10 cent, 1 10 cent, 1 50 cent, 1 50 cent, 1 10 cent, or both 50 cent. So you only have 4 outcomes. And let's take a look at which outcome will end up having 60 cent value. This one 20 cent, this one $1. So out. Only these 2 will end up with the value. Multiply means happen together. The plus is all. Like for this situation, you see here. So now all agree that these 2 outcomes will give me value of 60 cents, right? So that means I will write, so probability of value equals to 60 cents. I will have the outcome of probability of 10 cent, 50 cent, or probability of picking 50 cent, then 10 cent. So I have 2 outcomes, 2 possible outcomes that will give me 60 cent value. So this is all. When it's an all means you plus. This one is you happen together. That means after you pick the 10 cent, you must pick the 50 cent. It happens together. So this one is multiplied. And the numbers to multiply is just follow the branch. So you see, this one 10 cent, 50 cent. To come here, you actually take 3/4 times 27. Right? To come here is 3/4 times 27. So this will be 3/4 multiplied by 27. This one happened together. That's why it's a multiply. This is another scenario. That's why it is a plus. So 50 cent, 10 cent is this branch here. To come to this branch is I take this one times this one. So it will be 1/4 multiplied by 6/7. So this one I will get 3/14. This one also 3/14. In the end, my probability is 3 out of 7. Okay, so this is how you do this part B. Okay, now let's take a look at the part C. Now they say if a third coin is taken out, calculate the probability that the total amount is 30 cents. Now you look at the scenario. Take out third coin, end up still 30 cents. This one take 2 coin already $1. So I don't bother about this branch here. This one already 60 cents. Can't be less than 30 cents already. This one also. So that means the only possible outcome that will link to the 30 cents is this one. That means after I pick 2 10 cents, I would have to pick the third 10 cents. Then it will be 30 cents. Agree now? So actually this situation only have one outcome. So that means the probability of 10 cents, 10 cents, and 10 cents. So now let's analyze. Of course, the first 2 10 cents here, it will just be the same branch here. 3/4 times 5/7. So it will be 3/4 times 5/7. So now the question is, what is my third one? So now let's come back to this branch. I picked 1 10 cents, so I left with only 5 because I started with 6 10 cents. So that's why this one is 5 out of 7. You already picked the second 10 cents, so 6 minus 2, actually you only left with 4 10 cents. I don't do complex number. Complex number is not O-level. So I only left with 4 10 cents. And of course, the total also reduced by 1, so it's 4 out of 6. So this one multiply by 4/6. Okay, press calculator, you get 5/14 and you're done. Okay, so this is how you do this question. 3 advanced probability tree diagram usually learn in Sec 4. Can repeat part C. Okay, can. Wait. Can, no problem. Okay, see here. So how do I get the 4/6 here? The only possible outcome that for me to get 30 cents is only here. After I take 2 10 cents, I have to take the third coin to be 10 cents. So let's see here. This one you already picked 2 10 cents. You started with 6 10 cents, right? So if you already picked 2, 6 minus 2 is 4. You only left with 4 10 cents. You only left with 4 10 cents. And the total coin will be 4 plus the 50 cents, so it's 6. So that's why it's 4/6. After picking 2 coins, you only left with 6 coins to choose. And out of the 6 coins, you only left with 4 10 cents. That is why it is 4 out of 6 to pick the third 10 cents. Can I understand the 4 out of 6 already? Okay? Okay, good. Good, Okay, let's move on to question number 6, So this is just algebra. Okay, 1 mark. So yes, in fact, I mean, O-level definitely also will have some questions that is so doable. That's why we are revising the O-level EMath now. So I'm going to write out the question first. So 2, 3x plus 5 minus 2, 1 minus 2x. For those who are expert in algebra, this one of course is just put inside your pocket marks. Okay, so let's do our expansion. So this one times this one, 2 times 3x, I will get 6x. Positive and positive, this is plus. 2 times 5, so we have a 10. Okay, so usually this part, students no issue. It's this part that they will have error. It's the behind part that they will have error. Minus plus, so I have a minus. 2 times 1, so it's a 2. Negative times negative give us positive. 2 times 2x, so it's 4x. So let's group the like terms together. So 6x plus 4x plus 10 minus 2. So answer is 10x plus 8. Okay, take note that the answer has error. It shouldn't put in the factorized form. This one should just keep it in the expanded form. Because this question asked me to simplify. Okay, they never ask us to factorize. So this should be our final answer. Okay, this part, the only tricky part is this part only. The minus must be plus. Okay, this one. This is an inequality. You're supposed to solve this inequality. And then after that, to find out in the range, find the largest rational value of y. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to write the question. So 2y over 3 minus y minus 4 over 4. This one I put it as 5 over 1. It is same as like solving equation. You want to make this side single fraction. So combine to a single fraction, you need to change them to the same denominator. So 3 and 4, the LCM is 12. So I want to change the denominator to 12. So this side times 4 times 4, this side times 3 times 3. So it becomes 4 times 2y minus 3 times y minus 4, the whole thing over 12. Okay, then the numerator expand and simplify. So 4 times 2y will give us 8y. This is minus 3y. Minus 3 minus 4, so this is plus 12. Over 12, 5 over 1. So 8y minus 3 is 5y. So we have 5y plus 12 over 12, 5 over 1. Things to take note when you are doing inequality is when you cross multiply, you have to make sure that the left-hand side numerator is on the left. Because when it's an equation, it doesn't matter which one is on the left-hand side. But when it's an inequality, it matters that the numerator on the left must be to the left. So when I cross multiply, it will be 1 times 5y plus 12 and 5 times 12. So we have 5y plus 12, 60. Okay, continue here. So 5y, 60. This one plus 12 bring over, so it's minus 12. So 5y will be 48. Y will be 48 divided by 5. Always put in mixed number for inequality. Always put in mixed number. So it will be y 9, 3 over 5. So this is my range for my y. Then, in order to answer their question and say, what is the largest rational value of y? So usually I like to draw my number line. So the middle is 935. So why I want you all to write in mixed number is because when you write 935, you will know that the integer to the left is 9. The integer to the right is 10. If you put in 48 over 5, you will not know what is the integer on the left and on the right. You only flip the sign when you divide by negative. Divide by negative. When you divide by negative, then you flip the symbol. In this case, I divide by positive 5, so I don't have to flip the sign. Okay, so this one, you see there's an equal. When there's an equal means this is shaded. This means that my y range is less than. That means it's this direction. Okay, so now they ask you, what is the largest rational value? So now the question is, what is rational? Okay, what is rational? Okay. Take note, No, it will not be 9. Unless they ask you what's the largest integer. I changed the improper fraction 48 over 5 to mixed number. 48 over 5, 93 over 5. Okay, so take note, fraction is rational. So in this question, when they ask for the largest rational, and because do you see that actually this is shaded, so therefore actually the largest rational value of y is equals to 93 over 5. It's not 9. Okay, if they ask, find the largest integer value of y. There are many rational actually. Fraction is rational, whole number is rational, integer is rational, recurring decimal is also rational, terminating decimal is also rational. Actually, there's a lot of rational. The only thing that is not rational, which is irrational, is square root 2, square root 3, pi, 2 pi. All these funny decimal whereby you cannot see a pattern, that's called irrational. So in this case, it's in the green color. If they ask for the largest integer value of y, then yes, the answer is 9, okay? Now I ask another question. How about find the largest prime number of y? What is your answer for this one? Yeah, wow, not bad, 7. Because you see, numbers here, 9 is not prime number. The next integer here is 8. 8 is also not prime number. The next one is 7. So therefore, it is 7. Okay. So again, common mistake is student, when they ask for this one, they give the answer as 9. But you need to know that fraction is rational. So answer is actually 93 over 5. So just now someone asked me to repeat this. I'm going to just briefly mention, okay, because I already talked about it. But if you want to learn in depth again, you can always watch the replay. So today, TikTok Live will be uploaded to the YT channel. Okay, it will be uploaded to the YT channel. Either tomorrow, most likely it's tomorrow. Okay, then you can actually just go and rewatch this part again. So for those who are new here, just go to my bio. Remember to follow me. Okay, and then help me to like and share. Thank you very much. Go to my TikTok bio. Click on my link. There's only one link there. Then there's a lot of buttons, right? So the second last button will go to my YT channel. Okay, and then under my channel, you will see a lot of videos there. Under videos, you can search for, let's say, maybe you want vectors. Maybe you can try search vector. I believe the relevant videos will pop up. Then if you go to my bio, same link, click inside. The last button will go to my T channel. So the T channel is where I upload the PDF worksheet. The PDF worksheet is already uploaded. But in that PDF, you see 18 questions. But today I will just do 14 questions, okay? I will only just do 14 questions. The balance question, I will do it this coming Sunday. So I'm going to repeat here briefly. So over here, you are supposed to solve this inequality. So my left-hand side is single fraction. So the first thing I need to do is combine it into a single fraction. So my denominator is 3 and 4. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So I need to change them to 12. So this one is 3, so this one times 4 times 4. This one is 4, so times 3 times 3. That's why here 4 times 2y. This one is minus 3 times y minus 4 over 12. Less than equals to 5 over 1. Then after that, combine into a single fraction. Simplify it. I mean a rainbow. 8y. This one just expand. Minus 3y minus minus is plus 12. Simplify, I get 5y plus 12 over 12. Then take note, inequality, when you cross multiply, make sure that your left hand side numerator is on the left. So this 1 times this is on my left, 5 times 12 is on my right. Okay, so I end up having this. Continue here. So I bring this plus 12 over to the other side, so it's minus 12. So 5y less than equals to 48. See here, this is positive 5. When I bring the 5 over, I divide by positive 5. When I divide by positive value, I don't need to flip my sign. I don't need to flip my sign. Only if I divide by negative or multiply by negative number, then I need to flip my sign. Okay, so rational and irrational. Some example of irrational. Pi, 2 pi, pi over 2. Anything got pi means is irrational. Yeah, it's just anything that cannot be fraction. Square root 2, square root 3, square root 7. Basically, it's usually this. But sometimes be careful. They purposely ask you, let's say, for example, they put a square root 16 there. Then students see square root, they thought that it's irrational. But you must know square root 16 actually is just 4. So actually square root 16 is rational. Okay? So why is it that all these are irrational? Like for example, pi. Pi in decimal is random decimal. You see behind is random decimal. There's no pattern. You see that the decimal there's no pattern means that it's considered irrational. Isn't pi over 4 fractions so rational? Pi itself is already irrational. Pi over 4 is not considered fraction. Recurring numbers are rational. Okay, so rational numbers. Things like, of course, fraction. Minus 2 lah, 1 lah, 3 lah. Recurring decimal. Okay, terminating decimal, things like 1.256. I stop. 1.256. This is called terminating decimal. It is considered rational. 1.3 with a dot. This is called recurring decimal. Recurring decimal is also rational. Why? Because I see 1.3 with a dot, I know the value is 1.33333333. If you can define the so-called the behind decimal, it means that it is considered rational. Wow, super disturbed there. Pi over pi is 1. Okay, Ken, thanks for being so smart. 22 over 7 is fraction. So it is rational. 22 over 7, it is not pi. So don't get yourself confused. I understand that in primary school or in secondary school, sometimes when they say use pi is equals to 22 over 7, they say use pi equals to 22 over 7. They did not tell you that the pi value is 22 over 7. Understand? So you have to be firm. Not say 22 over 7 is irrational. 22 over 7 is considered a fraction. So it is still considered a rational. Okay, so fractions are rational. Negative integers are definitely rational. Whole number are definitely rational. terminating decimal are also rational. Recurring decimal are also rational. Okay? Okay, let's move on. 1.256 is rational. Why? Because 1.256 is terminating decimal. It means that I see 1.256, I know that it is 1.25600000000. That means it's just n. I know the value is 1.256. So it is considered rational. Okay? Okay. Terminating decimal means it will stop lah, like 1.2, 1.5. Non-terminating decimal is like pi lor. You see this pi? Actually, there's still more numbers behind. It's just that it did not show, right? Because our calculator got limit digit. So this is called non-terminating decimal. It's not going to terminate. It's not going to stop. So if it's not going to stop, it's called non-terminating. It's irrational. If I give you 3.14, not say pi, if I tell you 3.14, so that means 3.14 is terminating decimal, so 3.14 is rational. Okay, today is not exactly is paper 1. I split it to part 1 and part 2, so it's mixture lah. Today is part 1, coming Sunday 5 to 7 doing part 2 because Monday is EMath paper 1. Okay, so now question 7. They say a straight line with 2y equals to kx plus h pass through these 2 points. Actually, this one pretty easy. .14 is rational because it's a decimal. Pi is pi. Don't get yourself confused. I do EMath and A. I teach Sec 1 to Sec 4, Sec 5 EMath and AMath. So in this question, actually no need. No need to make y equals mx plus c. Okay, you just need to know that when they say pass through the point, it means that the xy coordinate is related by this. The xy coordinate is related by this. So I don't have to make y the subject because in this case, they are not asking to find gradient or what. So actually, we just straight away sub in 2, 6. And minus 2, 6. So the x is minus 2, the y is 6. Just sub in. So it becomes 2y equals to kx plus h. So we have 12 is equals to minus 2k plus h. So we're going to make h a subject. So my h will be equals to 12 plus 2k. So I let this be equation 1. Not compare. This is simultaneous equation. You just need to sub the xy inside. You see, when you sub xy inside, then you will have k and h unknown, right? When you have 2 unknown, you need 2 equations to solve simultaneous. So I have the first information for me to sub in, that will be my equation 1. Now I have the second information I can sub in, that will be my equation 2. So sub in 1 minus 9. So it will be 2 minus 9 equals to k1 plus h. So minus 18 is equals to k plus h. I can just make h a subject. So my h will be minus 18 minus k. So this is my equation 2. So now I have 2 equations. We can do simultaneous. I've been teaching for 11 years left. Okay? Practice make perfect. That's what I can say. Okay, so sub equation 1 to equation 2. This one doesn't matter sub which one because I already have both is h subject. So I will just say, okay. So my 12 plus 2k is equals to minus 18 minus k. So you see, when I do this, I end up having a linear equation solving k. Okay, so 2k minus k bring over is plus k minus 18 minus 12. So we will have 3k equals to minus 30. So my k is minus 30 divided by 3, minus 10. Since young, my maths is very strong. Everyone who know me know that I'm very good at my math. Huh? Huh? Don't understand. Well, I think you were gonna block already. It confirm will be blocked. Ha 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 ha! My moderator blocked the Hugh Hall. 太无聊了，跟我讲 I love you, roll eyes. Okay, after you solve k, don't stop there. You are supposed to solve two unknown. So you can either sub k equals to negative 10 into 1 or 2. So I'm going to sub into just here. So my h will be 12 plus 2k. So it will be 12 minus 20. So it will be minus 8. So therefore, my h is equals to minus 8. And then my k is equals to negative 10. Done. Okay. Next, let's move on to this Venn diagram. So on the Venn diagram, they ask you to shade the region which represent Q union P prime. So for Venn diagram, you need to know two symbols. This is a U. U means union. Union means together. Okay, and then if it's an N, it means intersect. Okay, if you need more questions on Venn diagram or set notation, just go to my YT channel, go under my videos and search. Maybe you just type in Venn diagram or you type in set notation, you'll be able to see more questions there. So union is easy. Why? Because it means that I shade together. So they asked me to shade the Q. Okay, so I just shade my Q. Of course, you use pencil. Okay. The best is use pencil and ruler. So I shade my Q. Together with P prime. So you need to know prime means outside of P. Outside of P. Any prediction for O level? 我不是神呢。If I can predict, I will be a millionaire, billionaire already. Correct or not? Anything I tell you I predict is all fake. 怎么可能就懂呢？ Correct or not? So over here, we're going to shade outside P. You know, just like when just sharing, last time when I was in my, be it whether in NTU or whether when in NYP, sometimes there's some lecturer very cute one. They will very confidently tell you, oh, this one come out, that one come out. Wow, and then we very excited take down notes and put star, star, star in our notes and say that, wow, this one should come out, must study, must study. Okay? Some lecturer, wow, very power one. They will tell you this kind of thing one. Hey, this one should come out one. This one should come out one. Wow. Then I can tell you, so many times we cannot sabo, I tell you. They say come out, never come out. Correct or not? Aiyo. So, 不知道，不要乱讲。Because if you tell the student, oh, this one should come out, this one will not come out, this one should come out, then the student really trusts you and believe you, and then then they never study that topic. Then how? Are you going to take responsibility? Correct or not? My responsibility is only to teach you. Correct, right, Edwin? Wow, kena sabo by the lecturer so many times. NTU also got. They say, wow, should come out right in the, wow, we put star in the lecture notes. Wow, then it come up, then the whole paper, flip here, flip there, you don't see that question one. Okay, so this is how you do this question 8a. Okay, now let's take a look at this part B. So this is, they tell us that integers is from 1 to 9. 1 and 9 is included. They already draw in this Venn diagram. They already put in the numbers. Okay, so now let's take a look. So this 4, 8. Okay. Technically speaking, if you see this 4, 8, everything is inside the B. You should have this one with an equal. But you see here, they only give me all this option. So the only option here is this one. That means the 4, 8 is inside of B. Okay? Okay, now here part 2. 9 question mark C. So you look at 9, C is here. So 9 is an element inside C, correct? 9 is an element inside the C. So which one is the element? This one. This is element of. This is not an element. So 9 is an element of C, so we're going to use this. Okay? I know somebody will definitely ask about the proper subset. Later then I say, let me finish this last part. This one is noun. This one is subset. This one is not subset. This one is not an element. No space. This one is an element of. This one is the universal set. Universal. You see this one? This is a universal set. No. You ask, can request topic or not? Then I answer you no. Actually, I also don't know. Agak lah. You just draw like an E then with some tail lah. Okay. Then this one, see here. B intersect C. This is the N. N means is intersect. No, if they put a 9, that means it is a set. Now 9 is the element. B intersect C. Look at it. Now B and C. Is there any intersect? Nothing is inside the intersect. Yes, it's a noun. So that means it's this one. Okay. Okay. The part whereby I want to talk about the subset. Okay, see here. This is one example. Okay, now let's take for example a complete subset of this set 1, 2, 3. Empty set is a subset of this 1, 2, 3. A set with 1 is a subset. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3 are all subsets of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is also subsets of 1, 2, 3. Then you see here, all the above, this one, all these are proper subset of 1, 2, 3, except 1, 2, 3 itself. In other words, when we say that it is smaller than the 1, 2, 3 is called a proper subset. Okay, so this is one example to explain about proper subset. So all of the above are proper subsets of 1, 2, 3, except the 1, 2, 3 itself, because 1, 2, 3 is exactly the same, so it's not a proper subset. Okay? Okay, we are done. Next question. Okay. Question 9. Okay, let me drink some water. One, two, three is not proper subset, so it's just subset of 1, 2, 3. Don't have the word proper lor. Okay, now let's continue question 9. The following diagram shows two geometrically similar. So every time you see this one, you will know that it's linked to the area volume of similar solid. Okay? So part A. They ask you to show that the cost of the cereal is not directly proportional to the quantity of the cereal. Explain with clear calculation. So I'm going to use... So since they say it's directly proportional, so I'm going to use so-called direct proportion formula to calculate for box A. So I will say, okay, let's say C is equals to KQ. This is called cost is directly proportional to Q. I'm trying to prove that it's not directly proportional, but I do direct proportional. Later I'll show you, okay? Worth 10 marks. Where got worth 10 marks? It's only 1 or 2 marks only. Okay, so over here, let's take a look at the box A. So the cost is 80 cents. Q is 20 gram. So my K will be 0.8 divided by 20. That will give us 0.04. So my formula with the constant K, C is equals to 0.04 Q. So this is my so-called direct proportion formula, right? So we're going to use this to find out for the 160 gram to see whether is it true, right? So in this case, I'm going to sub in the gram. So I'm going to sub in the quantity is equals to 160. Oh yeah, that one, which one is more worthy? Actually, few ways of doing it lah. You can find out let's say for example, you can find out $1 you can buy how many gram. $1 you can buy how many gram. Then you will know which one is more value. The comparison must be fair. Then you will know which one is more value. Okay, so sub Q equals to 160 into here. So the cost is 0.04 times 160. And it is $6.40. Then you look at here. The 160 gram here is 340. It isn't 640. So therefore, I will just say this is not equals to 340. Therefore, the cost is not directly proportional to the quantity. C represent the cost. Well, of course, you sub in 80 cents. Then the Q is the quantity, so you sub in 20. It definitely will not be the same one. If it's the same in the first place, when I sub in here, I will get the 340 already. Ayo. 你叫我做多的 step. So you ask me to do, say whether same K or not. It will not be the same. Because now you see, I calculate here with my K is 0.04. So if I use the same K to sub into this formula, I didn't get my 340. It means that they will not have the same K one. So it means that in this case, it is not, the cost is not directly proportional to the quantity. Yes, you can compare price for 100 gram also. Sometimes students also say, they go and find, let's say for example, you can either, let's say you want to find out which one is more value. You can say, find out $1 is how many gram? $1 how many gram? That's one way to calculate which one more value. Or you can find out 1 gram how much? 1 gram how much? Then you know which one is also better value. And also can use 100 gram. Let's say this one times 5 times 5, 100 gram is will be $4, right? Then this one you change it to 100 gram. Then that means you will take 340 divided by 160 times 100. That will be the cost for 100 gram. Then you will be having the price for 100 gram for both situations. Then you can compare to see which one is more value. Okay, because this one they say C is they are saying that P is proportional to the Q. You know, sometimes C, I mean as in it can be proportional to the square of the quantity or square root of the quantity, right? Correct or not? So in this case, they say cost is ask me to prove that cost is not directly proportional to quantity. So I do it like, oh, it's proportional. Then I prove for this side, and then I use it for the second one. Doesn't tally. So that means they are not directly proportional lah. Okay, so now let's take a look at part B. Now they ask for the height of the box A and height of the box B. So, then students usually confused with this because you all always see height, you always see area, you always see volume. Then you look at this question, no volume leh, then what to do no area, then what to do Okay? You need to know that, but we are given the grammar, so actually I know the mass, correct or not? So, I will say my mass A over mass B, it is 20 gram out of 160. Reduce it to a lowest term, it is 1 out of 8. So, you need to know that mass ratio is the same as the volume ratio. So, that means to find the height. So, my height A over my height B, just take the mass ratio and cube root. Therefore, it is 1 over 2. Done. Mixture lah. Direct inverse proportion you learn in Sec 2. Then this similar area volume of similar solid you learn in Sec 3. Sometimes some school learn in Sec 4. So it's mixture lah. Okay, then part C. Part C say it is given that the surface area of box A is 454. So now this is area. This is box A. So let's find our area for A over area of B, the ratio first. Just now our height ratio was half, remember? So area ratio is just square it. You see, the height ratio is same as length ratio, same as radius ratio, same as diameter ratio. Anything that your unit is cm, that means it's using length ratio. Correct or not? Yeah, usually it's learned in Sec 3 because it's together with the similarity congruency. But I don't know why sometimes my students Sec 3, right, they never learn that. So that's why I say it depends on school. Okay? So my area ratio, just now my height ratio was half. So I need to square this. So therefore our area ratio is 1:4. I'm given the area of the box A. Okay? So this area, sometimes they say surface area, sometimes they say base area, sometimes they also don't know what area. As long as your unit is cm squared, that means you're going to look at area. Okay, So since my A area is given, so that means 4, 5, 4 is given. Only the area B is unknown. So now you actually form an equation. So cross multiply. So I know my area B will be equals to 4, 5, 4 times 4. So that will give us 1816 cm squared. Done. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Question 10. This is related to trigo ratio. Part C is Part C given to us, surface area of box A is 454. So they want you to find the surface area of box B. So area ratio is using length ratio or height ratio, square it. So on the previous part, we already find the height ratio is half, remember? So I just take the height ratio, square it. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4. So that means my area ratio is 1:4. So I just replace my area A with 454 because that was given to us. So the only unknown is area B. Cross multiply area B times 1, which is area B, is equals to 454 times 4. And that's how you get 1816. Okay? Okay, question 10. So part A, they say given that the area of the triangle ABD is 16 cm square, show that the vertical height of the triangle ABD is 8 cm. Okay, this is pretty easy. Okay, first of all, isosceles triangle, when you draw a perpendicular line down, this one will bisect each other, just to let you know. Okay, so in this case, it means that half multiplied by BD multiplied by this H is the area of 16. My BD is already given to us, so it's half times 4 times H is equals to 16. Half times 4 is 2, so it's just 2H equals to 16. H is equals to 8. Shown. Okay, now this one. This one, I tell you, maybe a lot of students, only 1 mark, but actually some students maybe will be confused. They say write down as a fraction the value of sine angle ACE. Angle ACE is here. Okay, we always want to relate it to some right angle triangle. So, just now we already have our height, which is 8 here. I'm going to draw out a separate diagram so that you can see better. I'm going to focus on just drawing the... So I'm going to label this point as X. So I'm going to label this point as X. Later, don't ask me why suddenly got the X. So I draw out this triangle. This is X, this is A, this is C, extend, this is our E. They ask about this one. Okay, so then after that, let's put in the information. AX is 8 here, AC is 10 here. I think purposely ask the question to disturb me, but I don't want to satisfy your question, so I'm not going to reply you. So you see here, this is a right angle triangle, 8 and 10. So they ask you for sine ACE. So this is the obtuse angle. Okay, only EMath, you need to know about all the 4 quadrants in trigo. Only if EMath, you all need to know only first and second quadrant. So basically, actually, you can just memorize lah. No, it doesn't matter. I don't need the D. I never draw the line. That's why I want to draw another diagram. This AD is redundant. Understand? Just ignore the line AD because I want to get the right angle triangle. I have my 8, I have my 10. So I only want to see the AXC. The AD is just to confuse myself. Okay? Where got angry? I think it's you sensitive. Okay, come. Sine angle ACE. Okay, so my sine angle ACE, because it's sine in the second quadrant is still positive, so it is equals to the positive sine the basic angle, which is this side. So that means this is equals to sine ACX. Thanks. Okay. So now let's take a look. Sine ACX, that means we are referring to this one. So now, if I use this as my angle reference, hoi, this will be my opposite. This is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. I already have my opposite and hypotenuse, which is the tuakaso, so, SOH. So when they ask for sine angle ACX, straight away it's just 8 out of 10, and it is just 4/5. Done. This one don't need sine rule, nothing to do with sine rule. I'm just using tuakaso. No. This one, good question asked me. Okay, a lot of students always get confused. They never ask you to find the angle ACE. Unless they ask you to find angle ACE, yes, you do inverse 4/5. But they only ask you to find sine angle AC. That means this is already the answer. They want the trigo ratio or the trigo value. Okay, they are not asking for the angle, so be careful. This is the obtuse angle. First quadrant. Not S here. ASTC. ASTC. In the first quadrant, all the trigo ratio are positive. In the second quadrant, sine is positive, cosine and tangent is negative. In the third quadrant, tangent is positive, sine and cosine is negative. In the fourth quadrant, cosine is positive, sine and tangent is negative. But in EMath, you don't need to bother about the bottom. In EMath, you only need to bother about the first and the second quadrant, the obtuse one. So sine is positive. Okay? Unless they ask for cosine. Answer is 4/5, not sine 4/5. How can it be sine 4/5? Sine, the so-called, the number beside the sine must be an angle. Sorry. Beside the sine must be an angle. So no such thing as sine 4/5. Sine angle 4/5, this whole thing is 4/5. If you want to find the angle ACE, then you do sine inverse 4/5. But in this question, they're not asking for the angle. Yes, later I'll talk about the cosine. Okay? Okay, so now, example, if now, let's say they ask for cosine angle ACE. Question mark, question mark. So, cosine angle ACE, again, ACE is the obtuse, right? In the second quadrant, obtuse angle, cosine is negative. Yes, I need to find the XC, the correct, you're right. So cosine ACE will be equals to negative cosine angle ACX. So the only difference is you got to put a minus in front. and cosine is car, A over H. Then the bad news is I need my A. I only have my O and my H, but it is a right angle triangle, so I can easily just use Pythagoras theorem. The negative is for acute angle. Yep. As in, because ACE is in the second quadrant, okay, it will have the same trigo ratio when they have the same basic angle. Yeah, I don't want to go too in-depth in it. Only EMath need to understand in-depth. In EMath, you just need to memorize that when you want to find cosine obtuse, it is negative cosine acute. Can? Okay, because if I'm going to go in-depth on trigo, I will talk a lot, you know. I don't want to confuse those EMath students because EMath students don't need to know so much about the quadrant. So, then, now, I need to find my adjacent. So, we got to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, anyway, this tangent ACD, I will need my Pythagoras theorem. So, I'm going to find my CX first. So, over here, I find my CX. It will be 10 square minus 8 square and square root. And that will give us 6. So, now I know that this one is 6. Oh. Huh? Why I suddenly got sine A plus B, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so in this part, I will know, okay, it will be minus cosine ACX, A over H, so it will be 6 over 10. So it will be minus 6 over 10, reduce it to a lowest term, so it's minus 3 over 5. Same likewise, if they ask you for tangent angle ACE, ACE is obtuse. And because obtuse in the second quadrant, tangent is also negative. So it is also equals to minus tangent angle ACX. But because it's tangent, so it's twa, O over A. So O over A, so it's minus 8 over 6, which is minus 4 over 3. So basically, cosine obtuse is negative cosine acute. Just put a minus in front of the acute A over H. Tangent obtuse is equals to negative tangent acute. Okay, so just look at the acute and O over A. No, we are not asking for angle, so you're not going to do inverse. Okay, now back to this question part 2. They ask for tangent ACD. Okay, so where is tangent ACD? Actually, if you go back to the diagram here, when they ask for tangent ACD, it is still referring to this angle here. It is still this angle. Okay? But, because this is tangent angle ACD, okay, so this one is acute, so this is positive value. So therefore, my tangent angle ACD, O over A, so it's just 4 over 3. Okay, I don't put 4 over 3, I should put 8 over 6 first. If not, later student will, hey, why is it 4 over 3? It's because it's 8 over 6. Then it becomes 4 over 3. Tangent acute. Acute, in the first quadrant, everything is positive. That's why this one is positive. Okay, so this is how you do question 10. Okay, now let's move on to map scale. Okay, I need to drink water. Help me to like and share. Share to your classmates. Whoever want to revise for O-level EMath can share to them. Okay. It's okay. If just now that one you blur, then you just watch the replay on the YouTube. And then after that, yeah. So as you watch, the more you listen to it, then slowly you will pick up lah. Because anything that is new to you, it's not going to be absorbed immediately. Sunday is 5 p.m. Yeah, I will post on YouTube. Okay, so for those who are new here, please go to my bio, click on my link. The second last button will go to my YouTube channel. Under my YouTube channel, under my videos, go and search for the past TikTok replay. You also can search for other videos lah. Just randomly type a topic. Let's say you type vector. Maybe you will see some videos. Most likely you will have videos there lah. Yeah. Okay, as for the PDF worksheet, you will just go to my Telegram channel. Again, go to my bio, click on the link. The last button, go to my Telegram channel. Second last button, go to the YouTube channel. Okay, now this one, map scale. So, the length of the road on the map is 6.4 cm. They ask you to calculate the actual. The scale is this one. So, by default, there's no unit. It's always cm is to cm. Do you teach 3D vectors? No. No. Is that secondary school syllabus? I don't think so. So I will write 1 cm is to 150,000 cm. Now look at the actual. They say km. That means I need to change my right hand side to km. Okay. So a lot of times students convert wrongly. So I don't like to memorize divide by how many zero. What I want to do is, because in our head we already know that 1 meter is 100 cm. 1 km is 1000 meter. This one, since primary school, we already know. So this one is already in our head. I don't like to memorize unnecessary thing. So now you ask yourself, see here. Cm I change to meter. I divide by 100, correct? Meter, I change to km. I divide by 1000, correct? So that means cm change to km. I just do 2 times. Divide by 100 and divide by 1000. So it will be 15000 divide by 100 to convert it to meter. Divide by 1000 to convert it to km. And I get 1.5. So that means 1 cm is to 1.5 km. So once I have, this is the, on the left hand side is always the map, the right hand side is always the actual. So they say that the length on the map is 6.4. So you just need to put in 6.4 cm here. Okay, this side, 1 times 6.4 give us 6.4 So you also do the same thing to this side. 1.5 times 6.4. So we will get 9.6 km. So this will be the actual length. Okay, so now let's take a look at the part B, area ratio. So many students always know how to do part A. Then after that, when they come to area ratio, they don't know what to do. Actually, it's very easy one. So this is also one of the topic that you should grab. Okay, area of a park is this. This is actual. This is actual. They ask you to calculate the area on the map. So I'm going to use the length ratio. And because my area is km square, so I'm going to use the 1 cm is to 1.5 km. So it will be, the length ratio is 1 cm is to 1.5 km. This is, I can't click to join the Telegram channel. Why cannot? 应该可以啊。Every time I do live, always got new people who join. So I don't think there's any issue. But of course, you need to have Telegram channel in the first place. You got to download the Telegram channel. Do you have Telegram channel in the first place? You need to download Telegram channel first. Then I think then it works. Huh? So many people cannot join? 真的吗? Let me use my another phone to check. 哎呀。I think they say press the link. They said cannot join the Telegram. I'm going to use my another phone to check my link. Eh. Ayo. Ayo, wait ah. Click on my link. Got echo ah. Join the Telegram channel. Can eh? Then just click on the join channel can already what? Can ah. So those that cannot work, I don't know lah. Maybe you are not fated lah. We are not fated to know each other. Okay? So weird. Later then I check the link again. Okay? Okay, so 1 cm is to 1.5 km. This is still the length ratio. I want to find the area ratio. So, to find area ratio, you square both sides. Huh? So, 1 square is just 1. So, that means 1 cm square. 1.5 times 1.5 will give you 2.25 km square. So, you have successfully converted the length ratio to area ratio. Okay, so this means that on the map, 1 cm square represents the actual 2.25 km square. So now over here, the area of the park is 10.125. So the actual is this one. So we put it on the right hand side. So 10.125, put it on the right hand side. 这个人是等被 block 啊。哈 My moderator very busy. Keep blocking. So now, how to find this number here is, you ask yourself, 2.25 multiplied by what give me 10.125. So what I'm going to do is just take 10.125 divided by 2.25. So we get 4.5. So it means that I have to multiply by 4.5 to get to here. So the same thing happens to the left hand side. So therefore, 4.5 cm square will represent this actual. Okay, I'm going to add a additional question here. Sorry, how you 2.25? You square the 1.5. 1.5 square. 1.5 times 1.5, you get 2.25. Okay, so the green color one means it's additional. So sometimes they add an additional question. They say, okay, now I want to change to another map. Let's say I want to change to map B. And this map B, the scale is 1:180,000. Just now this map was 1:150,000. Now I want to change to another map. Maybe this map spoiled already, okay? Then I will need to change to another map. So, but this new map, the scale is 1:180,000. So your task is to calculate what is the map area of the park in map B, question mark. Map scale is usually learned in Sec 2. So, first, you need to know a very important concept is the actual area will not change. If my area of the park actual area is 10.125 km square, when I change to another map, my actual will not change. Can't possibly be I change my map, suddenly the park area will become smaller or become bigger. No. Understand? So the actual area will not change. The only thing change is the maps, the scale of the map. So what I'm going to do is, let's find my area scale first. So this one, I need to convert it to 1 cm to km. So this will be 1 cm is to 1.8 km. This is EMath. Okay, this is still length ratio. I need my area ratio. So again, I'm going to square both sides. So I will have 1 cm square, 1.8 square will give me 3.24 km square. So remember just now I mentioned the actual area of the park will not change. So that means I will still put 10.125 here. Then again, you need to ask yourself, 3.24 multiplied by what will give us 10.125? So I take 10.125 divided by 3.24. So we get 3.125. So that means this one is multiplied by 3.125. Here also multiply by 3.125. So it's 3.125 cm square. Thank you very much. So just remember, actual will not change. So you change map to whatever map, okay? Just keep the actual the same. Okay? So this is the additional information that often asked. Okay, let's move on to question 12. Okay, this one. This is a box and whisker. You're supposed to transfer the information into the box and whisker. So, wow, thanks leh. Okay, so first, before we start, let's understand the critical points on the box and whisker. The middle line, this is median. Okay, this stroke here, this one is minimum. This one is maximum. So how about the corner of the box? Okay, which is this point This one is our Q1. This one is our Q3. Lower quarter, upper quarter. So for box and whisker, there's only this 5 information. Minimum, lower quarter, median, upper quarter, and maximum. Can become my math teacher. If you sign up my math tuition, then I will be your math teacher lor. Okay, and my students always ask me, okay, Teacher, can you go to the exam for me or not? Yeah, everybody also wish the same thing. 不可能发生的事情啊. So, face the reality, revise吧. Okay, so now let's start with the easier one first. Okay, median is easy. Median, first of all, I need to know how many data I have. So in this question, because they already tell me it's 10 students, so I already know that my data is 10. If they never give you, then you just add the frequency. Okay, you need to know what does this mean. It means that I have 2 students who score 21. I have 3 students who score 49, 1 student who score 55, So this is what it means. Okay, so my median, okay, median position. First is always to find the median position. And the formula is just n plus 1 divided by 2. And what is n? N is the number of data. So in this case, I have 10 data. So that means it's 10 plus 1 divided by 2, I get 5.5. Yes, do TYS is the minimum that you must do. Then I will suggest that you will do some school past year paper as well lah. Okay, so when I have 0.5, it means that actually I have two numbers sitting in the middle. That means the 5th number and the 6th number are fighting for the middle position. So in this case, before you go and count who is sitting in the 5th and 6th position, you need to make sure that your data is in ascending order. So by this one is already in ascending. They already put in ascending. So I just need to go and count what is my 5th data. 2, 3. So my 5th data is 49. Then my 6th data is 55. So 49 and 55. So the median will be the average of these two numbers. So the median will be 49 plus 55 divided by 2, and that will give us 52. Okay, so that will be our median. And median is just x. So this one is pretty easy. So I will just write here. So my x is equals to 52. Okay. Next, easy one. Mean. Okay, they never ask for mean. Let's see. Here, z. Z is the maximum. So look at your data. What is the maximum score? 95. So actually, you will say that, okay, so my maximum is equals to 95. Right? So in this case, we will know that our z is equals to 95. Okay, usually you see I put that side here. It's just for the teacher to see the answer easily. Your working can put here, then after that you just put the, later we just put the w, x, y, z value here. Yes, the formula n plus 1 divided by 2 can be used for all time to find median. You see, let me just give you an example. Let's do a smaller data. Okay. Got chest with give me? Yes, median is middle. So let's say I use a very small. Okay, now let me show you, let me explain about, okay, I do here, I write here. Okay, number of data. Let me ask you, you only have two possible, right? It's either odd number of data or even number of data. So let's say if I have odd number of data, let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, when we have smaller data, I already can see that the third position is my median, right? But I just want to show you the example. So just now I mentioned that n plus 1 divided by 2 works, right? So for odd number of data, doesn't matter odd or even. See, 5 data plus 1 divided by 2, I get 3. When I get a nice integer, it means that the third position is my median. So whoever is sitting in the third position is my median. Agree? Okay, so now this is odd number of data. What if I have even number of data? Let's say 6 data here. So when I do 6 plus 1 divided by 2, I get 3.5. When you get 3.5, what does that mean? It means that I have two numbers fighting for the middle position, which is the third and the fourth. 3.5 simply means that I want the number sitting at the third, I want the number sitting at the fourth. Take the average of the two numbers, and then that will be my median. This is O-level. You want to take the risk of not writing working, and then you want to take the risk of not writing the working to risk yourself not getting the 2 marks? You study for 4 years. You want to save pen ink. Okay? So you see, I have demo to you, be it whether is it odd number of data or even number of data. Okay? The m plus 1 divided by 2 will work. If we give you a nice integer, it means that there's only one number sitting in the middle. If give you 0.5, it means there's 2 numbers sitting in the middle. Yes, it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter stem and leaf or dot diagram. It's the same. Okay, just make sure that your data, when you start counting, it is from ascending order. So in this question, it was 10. So 10 plus 1 divided by 2 is 5.5. That's why it's the 5th position and the 6th position. And when you're going to count, 5th position is 49, 6th position is 55. So take the average of these 2 numbers, that's my median. Okay? Okay, so now, I already settled the easy one, which is the X and the Z. Now, how to find my Q1 and my Q3? Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm going to show you another method. How to find the Q1. I think I will finish it at 10. Let me see. Let me just finish this question, then and the balance question I will continue on Sunday, because I super tired already. Okay, so now see here. Okay, now I'm going to so-called show you if I have 10 data. In this situation, I have 10 data. Of course, in actual exam, you don't have to do this. I'm just teaching. So that's why I write so much. Okay, so I have 10 data. So how do I find my Q1 and my Q3? Okay, so you will cut your data into half. In this case, I will cut my data here. So I will have a first half and I will have a second half, correct? Then you cover this side. This will be your data. The median for the left-hand side is your Q1. So in this case, my Q1 is the 3rd position, correct or not? Agree? Now, look at this side. My second half, my median is this one. So, this will be the which position? This is 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th position. And this is my Q3. Correct now? So in this case, my Q1 is a 3rd number, which is 49. So therefore, I know that my W is 49. Okay, 3rd position is 49. Next live will be this coming Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Doing EMath O-Level Revision Part 2. Today is Part 1. Coming Sunday will be the last live I'll be doing for EMath O-Level. Okay, then next Wednesday I'm not doing any live because I'm going through with my own students. Then only will resume following Sunday for EMath revision already. Okay, so this Q3 is the 8th number. So my 8th number is 80. So my Y is my Q3. So therefore, my Y is equals to 80. My Z, it's my maximum. So it's 95. So this will be the 4 answer. Okay, so now this one, I also want to explain. You see, this is even number of data, right? This is even number of data, right? What if I have odd number of data? How to find my Q1 and Q3? Okay, So let's say this one got 10, right? I'm going to draw 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, when you have odd number of data, the middle you will have to cut through the middle number here, like that. So when you cut through this, cover here, you will have this 4 number. So the median on this left hand side is 2 number. So the Q1 is the average of these 2 number. Then when you cover this side, these 2 will be my Q3. Actually, I also can do... No. You cannot take 25% of the total number. 因为你看啊 okay, let's say 我们讲 10 data. You say times 1 quarter is 2.5. Then let's say I times 7.5. 7.5. So, okay lah, you round up lah. Then you have to round up lor. So, you have 2 situations only ma. Even number of data, you cut half right in the middle. Okay? Then you just cover one side, find the median. Cover one side, find the median. That will be a Q1 and a Q3. This is odd number of data, cut right in the middle. That means the middle number disappear. So this side will be left side. 2 numbers sitting in the middle. Find the average. That will be my Q1. Cover this side. The average of my median, 2 middle number will be my Q3. Wow, I'm talking about, we're doing this fox and whisker, then you ask me about gradient. Okay, so just now I hear somebody want to screenshot, please screenshot. Yes. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 or y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2 doesn't matter. Okay, screenshot already. Move on already. Okay, last part of the question today. Okay. No, that's why I say actually you can actually use, okay, actually you can also use this one. But okay, see, you see here, m plus 1 divided by 4 will be the Q1. Okay, I just put here, m plus 1 over 4 will be actually my Q1. So in this case, I get 11 divided by 4. You get 2.75. 2.75, you know you round up is 3. 2.75, you round up is 3. So you know it's the third position. This is the Q1. M plus 1 over 4 times 3. This is the 75% of the 3 quarter. This one is 2.75 times 3. I get 8.25. 8.25 when you round off is 8, correct? So it's the 8th position. You can do this, okay? Only when you do m plus 1, let's say for example, I have 12 data. 11. 11 plus 1 is 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Right? So you can do this lah. Correct or not? If I have 9 data, I will be 9 plus 1, 10 divided by 4 will give me 2.5. And when you get 0.5 means that you need to have 2 numbers sitting in the Q1. Got it? If you get 0.75, you round up to 3. If you get 0.25, you round down to 8. If you get 0.5, that means there's 2 numbers as your Q1, 2 numbers as your Q3. This is only for the Q1 and Q3. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now here. The temperature at Ang-Mo-Kio was... This is a cumulative frequency. This one easy. We're just going to finish this part and then we're going to end the live already. The temperature at Ang-Mo-Kio was recorded every day for 60 days. Okay, cumulative frequency, need to take note. You need to find out what is your maximum. Because it's not every time it go all the way up to 60. Sometimes they may just, oh, okay, maybe it's at 58. Then you must know that your maximum is 58. Then when you find 25% is 25% of 58, not 60. But of course, in this question is 60, we use 60. So now, they say use your graph to estimate the number of days that have temperature above 29. So the keyword is above 29. So you go to 29 degrees Celsius, mark out the point. Okay. In actual exam, please draw the dotted line. So you will draw the dotted line. Wow, 30.2K, not bad. Okay, so over here you can see that it is actually 48. But be careful. Okay, I can tell you 70%, okay, I don't want to say 90 lah. 70% of the student will say, oh, 40 days. Sorry, 48 days. Actually, for cumulative frequency, you don't need to bother whether is it include 29 or doesn't include 29. Because it's not possible to tell. Okay, so they say above 29. So you be careful because it's above 29. When I say 48 students here, 48 days here is 48 days that is 29 degrees Celsius and below. So if they want above 29, I have to take the maximum minus the 48. It's only this portion of days is above 29. So just take the maximum, which is 60, minus the 48. So it should be 12 days. So the keyword is because it's above. If they ask you the number of days that have temperature below 29, then it's just 48. We don't know到底有没有 include 29. Because if I'm going to ask you, what's the number of days that have temperature at 29 degrees Celsius? You also cannot give me an answer, right? They will only ask you below and above lah. No, today not doing any standard deviation. I did that standard deviation before, many times. Go to my YouTube channel and search for standard deviation. Okay, so this is 12 days. Now, interquartile range of the temperature. Cumulative frequency is just Q3 minus Q1. So let's find out what is my Q3 and what is my Q1. So Q3 is 75% of my 60. So just take 75% of 60. I'm going to just do here. 75% of 60. Yeah, times 3/4 also can. 75% is 3/4. Okay, is 45. I also need my 25%, which is the lower quartile. 15. So go to 45. Go to my bio, click on my second button. It will go to my YouTube channel. So 45 is here. This one. So if I draw the dotted line, okay, and draw down, I get, this is 28.9. So my Q3 is 28.9. Okay, so now Q Q1 is at 15. 15 will be here. So it will be 28.2. So my Q1 will be 28.2. So the interquartile range is simply Q3 minus Q1, which is 28.9 minus 28.2 will be 0.7. Done. Yes, just minus. So cumulative frequency actually is also another very straightforward topic. Okay, last part. Last part they ask. Now they say that the temperature at Jurong was recorded every day for the same period. The interquartile range of the Jurong one is 1.5. They ask you to explain what this tells us about the temperature of Jurong compared with the Ang Mo Kio. So since they give us the interquartile range, we will use the interquartile range to compare. So interquartile range of Jurong is 1.5. Just now we find our interquartile range of Ang Mo Kio was 0.7 degrees Celsius. So by looking at this, what can you explain about the temperature? You can say that the temperature at Jurong have larger spread. Since the IQR is bigger, so that means it has a larger spread. Correct or not? So you will just say the temperature at Jurong has a larger spread than Ang Mo Kio. Done. 1 mark. No need to spend too much time writing. Okay. So we are done for today. 11 questions.